I'm going for a walk, Mrs. Fairfax.
Oh, do be careful. The snow makes it difficult to see.
Violet.
Do you need help?
And you are?
I'm Jane Eyre. I work at Thornfield Hall just down the road.
Ah yes, Thornfield. Not so much a hall as a house, isn't it?
No, I'm sorry. We're not in Bedford.
Not broken, just a sprain.
Are you sure you don't need help?
No, I'm fine. You said Thornfield, right?
Yeah.
Do you know anything of the owner?
He's a man that goes by the name of Rochester. According to the maid, he only visits the house rarely and never stays for long.
Oh, I see. Well, have a nice night, Jane. Come, Pilot.
You know that Rochester I was talking about? He arrived just a few moments ago.
Jane,
Yes, sir.
just to let you know, we're gonna have a party tonight.
Party?
You are a wicked girl. Do you know where the wicked go after death?
They go to hell.
Catch your breath, slow it down and look within. As darkness falls away from us, we'll block the sun from edging in. This is for the rest of the sun. We don't need to run.
How did it go?
Disappointingly, to say the least. Where's your wife?
Well, haven't you figured it out yet?
No. What?
Well, it wasn't hard to guess what was going through your head when you dropped that glass last night.
I just watched my aunt die. I didn't want to do a lot of thinking today.
Blanche Ingram was a test. A test that you passed. Jane, will you marry me?
Of course.
Do you, Edward Rochester, take Jane Eyre as your wife?
And you?
And you, Jane Eyre, take Edward Rochester as your husband?
I do.
If there are any who object to this marriage, please speak now or forever hold your peace.
I object.
This'll be good.
And what are the grounds of this objection?
This man is already married. My name is Briggs, and I have evidence provided by Richard Mason that Edward Rochester was, and still is, married to his sister, Bertha.
You know nothing of Bertha Mason.
Enlighten me.
You wish to know what has become of Bertha Mason? Very well. Follow me. Grace, how's Bertha today?
Fine, though I advise against this number of people.
So that Jane and Mr. Briggs are enlightened. Do tell why such a large number of people are inadvisable.
She's been completely insane for the last decade or so and resorts to violent acts from time to time.
Only months after we got married, she turned into this thing. I thought that the least I could do was provide shelter and care for her. I have long since denied that she was my wife.
But that still doesn't change the fact that the law clearly views you two as married.
The law can go. Is this not proof enough that she is insane?
If you would like, I could begin the divorce process. You should be able to marry Jane in a few months.
If I did that, I wouldn't be able to keep her here.
And I'm afraid you cannot marry Jane as long as Bertha is alive.
So be it. You haven't said anything for some time.
What do you want me to say?
You
You had a wife holed up in there for 10 years and you didn't tell me.
can't think of it like that.
The least you could have done was send her back to her family. They probably think she's dead.
Better that than what she's become.
How can you say that?
Because that's the truth. Would you have agreed to marry me if you knew that I had a wife? Of course not.
No, because that's something called illegal. At least in America.
That's a great idea.
No.
Where are you going?
How do you expect me to live here when you have a wife right upstairs?
You're leaving?
Yeah, that's what not staying here means.
Jane, please stay.
For as long as Bertha is your wife, I will not be living here. And by the way, it's a good thing my 18th birthday was yesterday, otherwise you having a wife would be the only issue brought up today.
Death is a natural part of life.
Who's there?
Me.
Jane?
Yes, I've come back.
You shouldn't have. There's nothing for you here.
Of course there is.
What interest would you have in a crippled, blind man?
As much interest as I would have otherwise.
Jane?
Unless you have any other wives I should know about, we will be married.
When?
Well, there's no point in delaying the inevitable.